thank my friends and family for coming out on a Wednesday night, which really means a lot. This is my fourth time doing this, and for me it's also big because it's also my fourth time doing it completely sober. Despite the fact that my hands are literally drenched in sweat, so I apologize to the front row if I splash you. However, I'm not nervous. See, I suffer from a condition called hyperhidrosis. Now, what that means is my hands sweat constantly, no matter what, which just makes life great. Nothing really says confidence like taking somebody's hand drenched in sweat. And the interviews have been a killer, hence why the job search is brutal. No employer's ever looked at somebody, shook their hand, and been like, you know what, that kid with the drenched hands, I think he's got the right stuff. So it's always been a pain in the ass, but it wasn't until I was first outed publicly that I really became self-conscious. I remember it like it was yesterday. It was my first day of high school. I just moved to Virginia. I walk in, I'm nervous, hands drenched constantly. I walk in, I see my friend, the only kid I knew. I walk up to him, he's like, hey man, what's up? Goes to shake my hand. Naturally, I have to call an audible, so I throw out a fist. Keep in mind, it was 2003, so it hadn't really taken off yet. So he's looking up at me, I'm looking down at him, and finally, after a few awkward seconds, I just blurt out, paper comes rock, you win. I don't know, but it worked, fully dodged. Well, that is until basketball Jamal walks in. Now, I love black people, I always have. But what you have to understand is, growing up in Wisconsin, aside from watching The Fresh Prince every day, I wasn't around. I went to a small Christian school, a whole school, kindergarten, 8th grade, 77 kids, 0 black. 8th grade, I went to the public school. Over 100 kids, 1 black. Trying to find him in the yearbook, it was literally like playing a game of Where's Black Waldo. Now, my friend knows basketball, and all waves him over. Shit. This is about to be my first black interaction, and I'm pretty sure rock, paper, scissors isn't going to fly with basketball Jamal. So he walks over, he's all like, yo, what up, what's going on, homies? And greets my friend with the longest, craziest handshake I've ever seen in my life. I'm literally watching my nightmare. Then he gets to me and he says, what's up, homie? And at this point, I froze. What am I going to do? Like, I can't look at him and be like, Mr. Basketball Jamal, honored to be one of the homies. But that whole handshake thing, I just never learned it. It wasn't in my homie handbook. So I tried to be quick with it, but the man had other plans. Grabs my hand, starts yanking it around, doing all that weird shit. I was hoping my hand would finally work for me and I'd slip out, but I had to see it all the way through where he pulls me in and then shoves me back in front of everybody and yells, yo dog, you pissed on your hand? I looked at him and I said, yeah, you got me, homeboy. Just this morning I was thinking, DJ, how can you make a great first impression? I know, before I shake someone's hand, I'll pee on mine. But at least I wanted to say that. But instead, I had noticed that I've been wiping so much sweat on my pants. It looked like a weapon. I looked at my friend, and luckily I played it cool, and I was like, hey man, I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick. There's a group of people over there I want to introduce myself to. And unfortunately, Jamal just used up all my urine. I got the hell out of there. Now, with that being said, I hate when people touch my hands. Can't stand it. So naturally, when I got my first palm reading, it was a nightmare. It literally almost killed me. It was 2005, just come through a break. I decided I'm going to take a trip. I'm going to go somewhere. My friend says go to New Orleans. New Orleans is the bomb. He was talking about like if you throw beads at a girl, she has to sleep with you or something. New Orleans it is. My friend then, a couple days later, said, hey, I'm going to go see my psychic. You should get a reading as well. With the trip, make sure everything goes smoothly. I didn't want to, but basically I was forced into it. So I sit down, Madame Mystique grabs my hand. First thing she says, dude, why are you this way? It's really pissed me off, because I'm thinking, you know, you're a psychic. Shouldn't you have foreseen this? Would have been impressive, because then she told me, I see from the spirits that you're going on a trip to New Orleans, which would have been impressive. Like I said, had I not known for a fact, she heard me talking to my friend 5 minutes later on the phone. So I said, yes, I'm going to New Orleans. She says, absolutely not, do not go. Whatever you do, if you go, you are going to run into Katrina. And it's going to be a disaster. Now I'm freshly single. So I'm thinking, Katrina's starting to sound pretty good. Like, I love it. So I kind of just shrug it off. Like, oh yeah, you know, whatever. But she kept insisting, do not go, do not go, do not go. Finally, I just said, look, lady, unless you can tell me something specifically bad about Katrina, I'm going. She waited a second, and then she says, all I'm going to say is this. When you two meet, Katrina is going to be all wet, and Katrina really likes to blow. I looked at her and I was like, yay. Booked my ticket the next day. Unfortunately, that couldn't go because a hurricane had come in, I guess, and destroyed New Orleans. I started to think about it, and I was like, you know what, maybe it's for the best, because Katrina kind of sounded like a slut. Do I really want to be with someone that's already blown half of New Orleans? But most of all, I was pissed because I'm thinking I just wasted $25 on a psychic who couldn't even tell me about her. And so, lesson learned, won't do it again.